Hello YouTube, my name is Snes, and Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U releases in only a couple days on November 21st. It's already been released October 3rd for the 3DS, and many other games in its predecessors. So today I'm going to talk about the history and legacy that Super Smash Bros. Had given to the whole game industry, and I'm going to give about a brief history on how Super Smash Bros., the original one for the N64, was actually never intended to be a Smash Bros. Game. It was originally going to be a different game. Sakurai was going to make a fighting game, but we'll talk about that in this episode. The first game in the Super Smash Bros. Series is called Super Smash Bros., and it was on the Nintendo 64. It was introduced in 1999. It was released worldwide after selling over 1 million copies in Japan. It featured 8 characters from the start and 4 unlockable characters, all then created by Nintendo or another second-party developer. Before development even started with Super Smash Bros., from HAL Laboratories, there was a man called Sakurai who made this game. Was originally going to be for the Super Nintendo in use of the Super FX chip, which was in games such as Star Fox and Doom. It was supposed to render 3D graphics, but instead they wanted to push it over to the N64 because it was coming to its time. So they decided to just change it to Nintendo characters. So you see by these screenshots right here, you can tell that you can just make sure that you can just see that it wasn't really going to be Nintendo characters. These are just regular fighters, and this game is called Dragon King: The Fighting Game. So that's pretty cool. The game's one-player mode included one adventure mode that always followed the same series of opponents, although the player could change the difficulty. Other single-player modes consisted as training modes and several minigames, including break the targets and board the platform. All of these were included in the sequel, an exception of the board the platforms, which I would have wanted to keep. Super Smash Bros. For the N64 was also a pretty fun game. Obviously the graphics were not that well, but it was pretty good. The next game in the series is Super Smash Bros. Melee, and it was released on November 21st, 2001 in Japan, December 3rd, 2001 in North America. It had a larger budget than the development team than Super Smash Bros. Did, and it was released to a much greater praise and acclaim among critics and consumers. Since it released, Super Smash Bros. Melee has sold more than 7 million copies, and it was the best-selling GameCube game of all time. Super Smash Bros. Melee featured 26 characters, of which 15 were available from the start, more than doubling the numbers of characters from its predecessor. There were also 29 stages. There were also no beta for this game, except for a little beta stage that you can access through a Game Shark, a cheating device for the GameCube. You can see a stage that was actually a picture of a bar. I have no idea why, but it was just a flat stage and a picture of a bar. So that was pretty weird. Super Smash Bros. Melee is probably my favorite game in the series. It was very fast-paced and I like it. The third game in its series is Super Smash Bros. Brawl. Brawl released in January 31st, 2008 in North America. Brawl is also the first game in its franchise to support online play via Nintendo Wi-Fi connection and offer the ability for players to construct their own original stages. The game features a total of 39 playable characters and 41 stages. Brawl also features compatibility with 4 kinds of controllers: the Wii Remote on its side like an NES controller, the Wii Remote and Nunchuck combination, the classic controller, and the GameCube controller. I prefer the GameCube controller, but also the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. While its predecessor only used one controller designed for that system, the player also had the ability to change the configurations of controls and the controller type. I actually really do like Brawl. I prefer the GameCube remote, but in my opinion. Also, this game had kind of adventure mode called the Super Smash Bros. Brawl. The Subspace Embassy was pretty much a story mode, and it was kind of like good versus bad, and the bad was led by Brawl. Really like this game. Probably my second favorite. Again, Melee is my first favorite. Really like this game. Alright guys, that was the history of Super Smash Bros. I hope you enjoyed it. I just had to put this out there. Expect a Super Nintendo video. I haven't been uploading any Super Nintendo videos, but expect one either later this week or next week. But this weekend's gonna be very busy because I'm gonna get Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and all that stuff. But again, you know, Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U, I'm so hyped. You know, you can play up to 8 characters. I'm gonna have friends over. I'm getting the GameCube remote adapter because I told you I really do enjoy the GameCube remote, so I'm gonna get that. Also, I'm gonna try to get some footage of midnight release of Super Smash Bros. Because I'm not sure, because I don't have a good camera, portable one to like be filming. But then again, guys, please hit that like and comment, and you know, thank you all for watching. Later. The previous video was brought to you by Apex Minecraft Hosting. For the best service for the best price, make sure to check out the link in the description.